What's going on here? Okay, so we're live. Expect multiple bleeps and bloops and bloms to come through. I don't know what a blom is, but yeah. Because it's about 10 minutes till pre-orders go live for Darkwater. So we shall see how many people suddenly arrive. If I mute, it's because someone's walked in. But I'm going to build the heroes. So I'm going to snippy snips up some heroes. And I'm starting with, what's he called? Like Edmark? Edmark Valorian. And he's the Crusader Knighty type looking chappy. I've already built a bunch of the Nurgle dudes. I did that. In fact, that was on the stream. That was on my YouTube video. I blindly bumbled around. But I thought, well, since I'm here, and the weather's shit, I might as well crack on building the rest of it, because I just didn't have time. I can't get in there. Apologies if I smack the camera or anything. I'll go in and deal with all these little nubbly bits in a second. I'm probably going to snip off all the push fit bits as well, to be fair. Right, where are you? 17. No, see you there. It is it's a balmy 15 degrees in the shop at the moment. Oh, that's not nice. It's all my shorts and t-shirt weather. Right. First guy. I'm going to bung the rest of the sprue there in a second. I deal with my incredibly sharp knife. It's really not. This might as well be a mold line remover. It's purposefully dull. I do always say, you can tell how sharp my knife is by how many plasters are on my fingers and thumbs. Oh God, why is that so bright on my camera? Let's have a look. Do I need to be blinded by that? Do I need to be blinded by that? Let's see how dark that makes things. Bloop. That's probably a bit better. I don't need all that light in my face. So yeah, my knife's incredibly dull, so it might as well just be a mold line remover, although admittedly it gets sharper the further down, so I normally use the top for scraping and the bottom for if I need to cut anything off that's particularly bad. But I do like a dull knife because if it's too sharp, I'll end up chopping chunks out of the mini instead, which is never fun. God, is it? It's not 10 o'clock yet, is it? This is one of those strange times when it comes to pre-orders where you think to yourself, that price is quite high. It's like Age of Darkness box set sort of like territory. Oh God, here it comes. Let's just reply to these messages. Okay. There. So, do you know what? I was literally just about to say that every single little bit of like where the sprue's connected on has been hidden, except for this axe head. I don't trust myself. Yeah, there we go. Snip a little bit more off of the clippers and then get in with the get in there with the blade and take that off of it, I think. you know, I've still not even looked at the rules yet. I've been too busy. Although I did start painting. It shows where my priorities lie. I did start. It's only blocked in some colours, but I had to. I just couldn't resist. Okay, let's see how bad this is. It's actually pretty good. Now, do I risk the push? Do I risk the push fit? Oh, I just noticed another little bit there. Is it though? Yeah, it is. Come on, let's do it. Let's risk the push fit. People keep telling me that push fit's great. And I'm just like, is it? Is it really? Sometimes it is. The thing is that there's a gap there that's an unacceptable gap to me. Okay, I tried the push fit. See, now this is my problem now. So I'll be like, cool, I'll trust the push fit today. And I'll stick something on. And then there'll be a gap that I don't like. And I've got to go in the mini. And I've got to try and wedge that gap out now. Because to me, that was not snug enough. So the next person that tells me that push fit is amazing, and that I'm poo-pooing stuff that I don't know about, can piss off. I'm sure there are plenty of people that have managed to get the push fit stuff to go in 100% snug. And working lovely for them. And good for you. Good for you, those people. You crack on and enjoy your push fit. Me, I'm going to chop that out. I'm going to whack a bunch of glue in. I've probably just caused that actually to be worse in the gap sense because I've just had to pull that off. So it's probably made that worse. But at least I know now. There's literally no gap there now. Oh, do you know what though? I've also just realised is that he's got. Let's take that off a second because the back of the helmet there has got a contact point. Oh, I'd love to turn my phone off. In fact, I might mute it, but then I will miss any notifications for pre-orders. Messages from people. Okay, so squidge them in. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, I've just got to mute a second because now I've got a customer call. You're phoning me. Don't phone me. Message me. So much easier. Okay. So what have I been on for? Like now, nearly 11 minutes, and I've managed to stick together like 2 parts of a model. Oh my god. God. The messages. Okay. Right. Well, we know there's a face here. So, oh, almost ballsed that up, didn't I? Yay, cutting off all the push fit actually benefited me. Right, let's have a look. So now if I'd squished him in there then, if I'd squished that cape on, I'd be trying to rip that bastard off right now, wouldn't I? As I put things on out of order. So yeah, like I say, you do you. If you want to do the push fit bit, you go for it, you crack on. Me, I can't. Apparently I can't actually do it without the push fit bits either, by the look of it, but swings and roundabouts, there's always something that will balls up for me. Well, that's weird. So he's perfectly lined up in that sense, but not in that sense. Oh, that's a fold of the cape there. Okay. There's a fold right here. It's just incredibly visible. Right. So apart from the fact I've got to hold this cape here for a couple of seconds, that's the first hero done. Actually really cool. Oh, dear God. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Right, we're all on there. So I've got the website loaded up. So I want to see how quickly. Dear Christ, I think I'm going to have to mute my phone. This isn't all pre-orders. This is just people yapping and chatting shit. Right, so I wanted to see if it goes out of stock, because I don't reckon it will. I think it's possibly too expensive. Oh, I've just got page 404 not found on the... Oh no, it's still there, right, okay. So I'm wondering if people will be a bit like Curse City worried, like, oh no, it's going to go out of stock. It's going to be like Curse City, and it's going to be like £7 million to buy online for eBay. Yeah, I don't think it will be. Stock levels for it are really good. Like we could have had as much as we wanted by the sounds of it. So I don't think it's going to sell out. Right, I'm going to whack him in there, and I've got to try to remember to just keep an eye on that cape. Because, yeah, right, okay. One hero down in just under 14 minutes. So we're on to Bren Toilis. Oh, I like this one. This is the... Is it a woman? Is it the woman charging with the sword? I think it is. A32. A32. Yeah, anyone that's like joined thinking that this is going to be a super interesting live stream, sorry. It's just me sat here in the cold with my gloves on. I just cut out the wrong piece as well. Oh, it is for her though, so that's fine. 31. Sculpt wise, these are looking so much better than the pictures. I think I did say it when I unboxed, but I like them a lot more than how they were shown in the images. Though I did say to Matt that to be honest. If I play the wizard character, I've got the old world resin newer wizard, the one that's got the beardy like one with the big like hunchback sort of like thing, and his model is so cool that I may actually just like proxy him out and use him because he's a super cool wizard. The other guy's fine. He's just a bit more of a boring wizard than the really cool resin one. Right. That's a very crisp. Her sculpt's really nice. So the pegs on her are really small to push fit, so do I not learn and do I attempt to push it together? Or do I just snip them all off? Technically, I should just snip them all off. I do like it when contact points are on like the flats. It's so much easier to scrape them off. I do hate it when contact points are on things like this lantern that's only being held on by that tiny little bit. It's a good way for me to snap something off. Now, I don't remember the character names from Cursey, but I'm pretty sure that there is a woman, and there is a woman, it's like the Templar lady, and she's, I swear to God, she's holding the sword in the same style as this. Right. Okay, I will be back in about 2 minutes. No, less than that. Let's just wait for matey to come in. I've just had delivery. I believe it's the Pokemon Charizard UPC boxes that everyone's pre-ordered, so I need to grab them off of him before somebody tries to knock out the driver and steal all that stock. Because everybody's after that shit. Dun, dun, dun. I'll give him a chance to get through the door. But how many pieces is this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's another 5-piece model. So yeah, so like it's really nice to only have 5 little bits to do. Oh, and the base technically is 6. So yeah, that's really cool. Like nice and quick ones. Oh, here he comes. Right, back in a sec. Apologies, I am back. I know that was unprofessional, but I had to help him in with some boxes. Okay, it's 11 minutes past 10. So, what do we reckon? Warhammer Quest. Still in stock? Still in stock. Right, let's have a look. Now, do we risk the push? Do we risk the push? Well, yeah, all right, I'm going to do it. Got to do it because someone commented, like, oh, push fit's actually really, really good. So that was fine. I'm still going to glue it because I hate the fact that it can technically move. Got a feeling about this one being a good one. This is going to be a good push fit. Do have to doubly check that you don't have any lumps and bumps from the sprue on any of the edges though, because they won't fit together. Okay, here we go. Oh, she's squished together. Oh, is that a gap? I think that's an I think that's an intentional gap. I think. I'm going to whack some glue in there. Because it should then be her arms. Now, this is going to be the pain in the ass one, isn't it? This is going to be the one that doesn't fit and ruins everything, and it makes me have to cut it all off. So let's just line her up, squish her on. She did. She pushed together. Fuck, I wish I glued that now, though. What do you reckon? Leave it? Yeah, let's just leave it. Okay, what about the cape? So the cape has a shoulder piece, so that's going to hide that thing that I was like a bit worried there was a gap. Okay, so let's not get any glue on the push bit. Let's see what happens. It pushed. It fit. Nice. Okay. She was actually really good. I kind of had a feeling she was going to be because all of the pegs were actually relatively small. Oh, she's amazing. She's really, really cool. Let's get a base. She doesn't need to be perfectly on the base because I'll probably re-pull them. Right, second one down. How are we doing on the pre-orders? Let's have a look. They are still showing as available. I've got a theory. My theory is anytime they don't give an absolute shit ton out to actual like content creators, they seem to be fine and have stock. Every time they send loads and loads of boxes out, which is weird because I did watch an interview on like what was it, Painting Phase or whatever, with Peachy saying that they actually have separate production for the creator program and the retail side of things, but it just does seem that way, that anytime there's a lot of boxes that go out as freebies to places, and store copies saying that as well, like demo copies. Like we didn't get a demo copy for this in store, which they do sometimes. Like it's like, oh, if you buy a certain amount of stock in, like you'll get a store copy, a demo copy, and they didn't do that this time. And I haven't noticed, like, well, to be honest, I haven't been looking because I've been sat here since 9 o'clock, but I'm wondering how many actual content creators actually got free copies of it. Is this only a 3-part model? Holy shit, I think it is. A7, A5, A6. Damn, okay. So the definitely not Bretonian Lady of the Lake style version is only 3 pieces. Do we risk another push fit? Or do we snippy snip them all off? Decide as I'm chopping off the little nubbins. Oh, she's got like a weird thin bit of magicalness around her sword as well. sure magicalness is a proper term. Okay. She's very dainty. She's got the tiniest little feet. Okay, let's scrape this bit of hair and be gentle not to remove any of the actual bits of hair. Anyway, that's really cool. I'm going to break that 100%. Go feel it in your bones. To try and be super careful. I just realised I actually don't even know if my chat's working. I've been too engrossed. I should probably. I'll have a look in a minute. Let's have a look. Let's see where this comes up on. I don't expect anyone to reply. It's fine. They got both ticked off. Okay, cool. Right. A7 is the fit. Do I risk this? They aren't. It's small. It is small pegs again. I was about to stick that in the wrong place. I think yeah, it was. It's tight. Do I risk it? Risk it for a biscuit? Okay, I'll do it. Let's push that in. Okay. I've risked it. I don't know if that was a good idea. There's quite a big gap there. I think that was a bad idea. God damn it. I risked the push. Oh, and I paid the consequences. Because I've just left that in there. Man fucks expensive box up. Oh yeah, it's gone 10 o'clock now, so we can say, £160. £160 seems like quite a lot of monies. Because it is. I mean, it is quite a lot of money. It is. It's weird though. I always think with standalone boxes that they generally are expensive. I'm assuming that the map book in there cost fucking loads for them to make, because it's quality-wise, it's really, really nice. It's not like bound. It's not like glue bound in the spine or anything. It's string bound. I don't know what class it has. Yeah, it's a nice book. I'm really worried about this going in here. What the hell's a Ko-fi stream bot? I've never seen that before. Have I got a Ko-fi link? What? When did we set that up? And when did I ever get a stream bot? What is this craziness? Anyway, sidetracked. I'm going to try and remove as much of that broken peg as possible. So we can get a really flush fit there. I think we can get a really flush fit here. Not 100% sold, but I think once the glue softens the plastic enough, we'll get a decent squish. I'm going to class that as another technical term. Do we soften it up on this side as well? I think I need to. I think that little like nubbling there, little nublet may also be causing us some issues. I did scrape all of the little bits off, so it can't have been like there was something pushing out on it. I think it might have just been probably just being too fussy with the gaps from pushing, maybe. I'm just worried that I'm gonna stick her together and she's not gonna fit together nicely. Like we've got the rocks there. So I realise I'm off center on here. The rocks are all nice and glued and stuck there. And the seam on the back legs is perfect now. So what I might just do is plop her to the side a minute. Just let that glue sit for a sec. So she's only 3 parts, so. Dwarf. I'm going to do the dwarf next. Weirdly enough, it wants me to do the, like, what they called Maya Kelpies. Maya Kelpies? Yeah, Maya Kelpies next. But I'm on the hero sprue, so I'm not going to do that. Right, okay. On the dwarf bit, I'm going to assume that A3 is also part of him. Apologies for clipping off screen, it's just else I'm going to smack my camera. And A3 and A4. Okay, he's another one. It's only a couple pieces per model, which is, as I've said before, amazing. Pretty sure he should have a face as well, actually. Have I missed something there? No. Where's his head? Is his head on that body? Oh, it's... Did not notice that. Okay, so contact points wise, I almost broke that axe. So be careful, be mindful of that. Good morning. Is it Syncmaster 86? Oh, I forgot I was on Twitch. Actually, I really don't do anything on Twitch. I think it's just that Restream had the option to do 2 things. Oh, that's probably why I haven't seen that Kofi thing before. Yeah, we're streaming across 2. To be fair, they really are. They're absolutely amazing. I've got nothing bad to say about them. Well, no, I've nothing bad to say about them. We'll keep it. We'll still say that I've got nothing bad to say about them. They are amazing. Me and Pushfit don't get on, so swings and roundabouts. But yeah, they are. The heroes sculpts themselves are super crisp. Gonna prove my point about Pushfit again, I think. That is way, way too big. That needs a snipping. 100%. I don't even know where that went. That fired across the shop. Okay. I'll go play Hunt the Sprue Bits later. So this is where chopping off the pegs will become an issue. Because you've got to make sure that you kind of, sometimes, like, you just absolutely balk up the alignment. So it's fine. I'm going to cut more of them off. let's show the actual problem with regards to chopping them off, because it's not all there's not all benefits to cutting off all of the pegs. And there's been a couple times where I've done it and then I've seriously regretted it, because I've had to like guess where things go, or things haven't lined up properly. But it doesn't look like this is going to be one of those times. Yeah, 100%. Like, I've done a couple. I've done enough now. I mean, I built thousands and thousands of minis, and I've done enough of them now to kind of know what's likely to push together and what's not. So she was. I've just done her. She's been. I pushed her. She's not had any pegs cut off, I don't think, at all. Whereas he's had most of his cut off, and I was risking it with this one, and then I ended up having to cut it off. I'm just waiting for the glue to dry so that I can be sure that she's going to fit together, because she's very skinny pieces. And obviously, I've just chopped all of his off, but thankfully his bits fit together. And I love dwarf models. That is an absolutely banging dwarf model. That's so good. Right. Okay, then there were three. In fact, we may go back quickly to that lady and have a look and see. So she does still have her push fit bits attached, and I'm going to risk it because she's so skinny. So I'll put no glue on the peg at all. And this one will be fine because that's not the peg, that's a hole. So this is probably going to go terribly, and she's so skinny that pulling her apart is not going to be fun. So push the belly in. Can we get the head to fit nicely? Oh shit, I don't think so. Okay, let's see. I'm not pulling her apart. Any tiny gap that's left here is going to have to stay, and I will just fill it. She was a bit too skinny for my liking to go chopping apart. I was always going to get this because I wanted the Nurgle. So it was never going to be a case where I wasn't going to buy this. I do like the fact that it looks like it could be quicker to play, especially without having to set tiles and stuff up. So you know what that'll do. She'll be fine. Nothing that a tiny bit of sprue goo or whatever won't fix. It's not egregious. It's fine. It's fine. It's better than, say, breaking her. But yeah. Like I have Maggotkin is like my main Grey OS, so I'm quite happy to add extra models to that. So I was always going to be getting it. Who's next? Not going to do the Maya Kelpies yet. I've seen a few people saying with the map book that they're worried about it. It's string bound, so it's not glued. So I don't think it's going to be an issue. I mean, I think you as long as you don't treat it like shit, I think it's going to be fine. It is very, very high quality. So I'm not massively worried about it. I'd only ever really be worried about it, say, is if you mistreat it. But that's the same with anything. Okay. I would have been really worried if I'd opened it and the pages of the maps had just been glued in. Like that would have worried me. but they're not. And I've seen people say like, oh, it doesn't lay flat. And then I'm just like, how do you know? Because, I mean, I put my video out the day they arrived in store. So, and none of the people that were saying that it doesn't lay down flat appeared to have a copy. So, not sure why they were saying that. Okay. Well, the Centaur dude, Kernoffy guy, wherever he's called, what was he called? Like Kelkanor? Oh yeah, 100%. It's just expected. We get guys in here that complain about the price of Games Workshop stuff and then spend 500 quid on Pokemon cards. I've literally just had delivery of the Charizard Ultra Premium Collection boxes, which are $124.99. And people will think nothing of attempting to buy multiples of them. So but to be fair, I mean, I own a shop, and even I was shocked at the price for it, but I did troll my Games Workshop rep as well. I honestly don't know about the replayability of it yet, because we haven't even managed to get everything built. I know that the rulebook did say that there was a skirmish option in there. Where the hell is it? I'll have a quick look. I was thinking about this the other day. Oh no! If anyone has watched my YouTube video, I put everything back in the rules pack box, and it took me about 10 minutes to put everything back in there. And now I've got to open the rules pack box up again. Okay, do this really carefully. I do it really carefully. Where's that rule book? There it is. Oh no, I just popped out a bunch of the tokens. Son of a bitch. Right. Okay. Oh, 40k factions. It's my favourite 40k faction. I don't know. I mean, the Guard are amazing. I like Guard books especially. I like the Death Guard as well. Death Guard. I always like Nerdle stuff, so I always seem to just gravitate to them. And then I like certain Space Marine factions, but I think Guard are always good because they are the humans. Right. Let me just have a quick look in it, because somebody asked about replayability. So I thought I saw in here. Yes, so game modes, page 16. So there is Skirmish. Says there are 2 game modes for Warhammer Quest Dark Tide. Which will you choose, Skirmish or Campaign? Skirmish, 30 minutes. If you want to dive into a standalone encounter that will typically take 20 to 30 minutes, then a skirmish is for you. Skirmishes are perfect for a single evening's play with a group of friends or family, quick to set up and play through, and new players won't have many rules to learn, so everyone can get stuck in straight away. You might even find yourself enjoying so much you taking part in a campaign, which seems very appealing, blah, blah, blah. And then Campaign, pausable game mode, 10 to 14 hours over several sessions. So each campaign only takes a few minutes to set up, and when you're ready for a grand adventure into Jade Abbey, you can battle your way through 3 story-driven acts, unlocking new heroes and rewards as you play. And once you've defeated Gelgus Pust, you can claim victory. Pathhead will be a challenging one. A victory is not certain. Rest assured, however, the campaigns are endlessly replayable. Since only a portion of your cards are used each time you play, you'll have different combinations of heroes, encounters, events, and rewards. Oh, there you go. Right, so yeah, looks like it's got like a decent chunk of replayability. And obviously a standalone skirmish mode. So yeah, there's like a bunch of card packs in there. And I suppose you are only choosing certain cards per encounter. So yeah, I guess it does. No, I need some water. Okay, right. This Centaur duty is looking like he's going to be a bit more complicated. I think I'm giving up on the push fit altogether. I mean, for my sanity, we're snipping him off. Now, I did sidetrack myself. Did I go over these and remove any nubbins from the sprue? Yeah, it definitely doesn't look like it's a one and done. And we've got to assume that GW is a big money printer and they will 100% release some form of expansions for it. I like the fact that all the heroes aren't unlocked straight away as well. That's really cool. In fact, I think it's only those 4, I think, that get unlocked straight away. Favorite fantasy faction? Oh, that's a difficult one. In Old World, it's Empire and it's Orcs and Goblins. But then in Old World, I have about 6 armies. In AOS, it's Maggotkin. Got to be Maggotkin. Right. Right, what do you reckon? Has it sold out? It hasn't sold out. Can you still add it to cart? You can still add it to cart. Okay. Right. Well, we're 40 minutes in and it hasn't sold out. I'm telling you, it's not going to sell out. Not just because it's like expensive, but because I'm pretty sure they've printed a ton of it. Oh, fuck. Right. What do I do? What do I do? Shop it or don't like this choice. I'm going to make a wrong choice, aren't I? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we'll be okay. I'm going to snip both sides. Oh, we're going to snip it on either side. This is a horrible. I mean, why? Why would you make that bit like that? That's just going to snap. Crazy bastards. Oh, that does fit. Yeah, you won't find many factions that I don't like. There's none that I dislike. I've just not got massive interest in a few. Like, I really like Mechanicum, but I prefer Mechanicum from Heresy to the Adeptus Mechanicus from 40k. If they 40k ones had a more like 30k aesthetic, I'd probably like them a lot more. I've just not been a massive fan of like the Chicken Walkers or the dude on the stilts. They just don't really do anything for me. And I love the Dune Crawler, the armored good Dune Crawler, stuff like that. Okay, right. Snipping that off probably was a good shout because I would 100% have fucked that up. Like 100%. He says, as then he can't fit that together. Oh, yeah, nope, that worked. It worked. We're good. No, I fell off. I didn't glue it, did I? No. Yeah, there's a few things that I don't have much interest in. I don't have like any interest like in the majority of like say the elves in Old World and AOS. So I've got no interest in the Luminef or the Idenef. I'm not sure why they've all got Nefs in the name. Or the witch elves, blood witches, whatever the hell they're called. Marathis. They just don't do it for me. I like grimdarky type stuff. I like humans in pretty much all the settings because the humans are not like OP. They are almost cannon fodder like, which is why I like their heroes so much, because anyone that can survive long enough to become a hero generally is pretty badass. Right, what's going on the front of this? Oh yeah, there's no way I'm leaving that on there. Not a chance in hell. Off you come. Bloop. Bloop. I do like the Knoffy ones though. So if I was to say an elven race that I like, it will be the Old World Wood Elf race. Although especially the wraiths, what's she called, Druki, because she's evil as hell. Squish. Okay, and then just, yeah, I'm chopping these off. Some GW sculptor crying. Sorry. Butcher the pegs. Why? We made them so easy to build. Why would you chop off those things and make it harder? That's why. Because I can just sit that there and glue it on and I don't have to stress about snapping it. Oh, I wonder what base he goes on. Lull. Right. He's actually really cool. I was a bit worried about him when I saw him in the picture. No, that's class. So I think he's one of the heroes that you unlock. Bloop. It's pretty cool. And then, we're on my least favourite of the heroes. What's he called? Like Dracia or Drasha Vaughn? Or as my friends call him, the furry. Now, I have said I do like the Mechanicum. I like them in Heresy a lot. I like the fact that the Dark Mechanicum technically weren't as evil as it seems to begin with. I mean, obviously, a good chunk of them were super, super evil, but quite a few of them weren't. They're just like Mars loyalists, essentially. But yeah, 40k, I find them just a bit more tragic because they're a lot more religious. Right. I've just seen a little tiny sword. Oh, I know where that goes. Okay. It goes on that paladin chap that I did first. Right. Now, furry guy. Am I going to just change my mind and decide that I like him once I built him? Possibly. Is it the fact that GW just like made him into like a ginger fur ball that I don't like? Also possible. I might paint him as like a werewolf, like grey. I think there's just something about him that it's like If you played World of Warcraft back in the day, it was like, oh, cool, here's my druid. He's got orange hair or something, and then like you change into a cat and like you're fucking bright orange. It's like literally ended up picking your hair color for your character just because you needed, like, you didn't like the fur color on your animal. Oh, he might be one that I do push though. No, I'm not. I'm going to stop saying that. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing any more push fit. Everything's getting snipped. It's not worth the stress. Okay. So my aim is to get all the heroes built up, of which I think this is the last one, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 6? Is there only 6 heroes? No, there's a wizard as well. Yeah, 7. Aim is to get them built up. Oh my god, I'll be finding bits of push fit sprue everywhere, all over the shop. What's the name? Yeah, get these guys built, and then I've got the cultists and the pasticores left to do. I will do it on stream. I'm just thinking that I'll come off for a little bit because I am actually at work. So I do need to chase up and deal with the pre-orders quickly. Why is there a teeny tiny? There's the smallest little like alignment pin there. That's so weird. What's that all about? That's so strange. What the fuck? Back in a mo. Okay, I am back. Sorry, I was having to deal with a bunch of customer shenanigans. It's on my last chappie. Which is the wizard, and he's got this weird like vine staff, and it's really wobbly. So I'm having to be super careful. While I was yapping to those customers, I did finish off with a furry guy, and I can say he actually does look better than I thought he was. So I did not like him in the GW picture, but I reckon if he's painted up in a dark colour, I'm going to be liking him more than the bright ginger one. Nothing against gingers, by the way. Oh, he's got a little owl on his shoulder. I'm just looking at the wizard. He's got a little tiny owl. That's cool. Okay, I might like the wizard more than I thought as well. He has a sickle. Anytime I see a sickle on something, it always makes me think of Asterix and Obelix. Okay, I think this is his little familiar thing as well, isn't it? What's he called? Whisper. So I reckon without all the faffing and the stopping to let that delivery driver in and yapping to those customers just then, that this is just under an hour to assemble everybody. And there were a couple bits where I had to faff around because I chose to try and push fit, and I should know better. So I reckon you can get all of the heroes built and scraped and everything in under an hour. Okay, so this is one of the things which is a bit annoying when you have to chop off the push fit chunks, is sometimes things don't line up until you've got everything like pushed together. Again, it's not a massive issue. Oh, fuck's sake. And yes, that was an excessive amount of glue. Okay, so there we go. He's all together now. That's off his head. Pretty sure, is he supposed to have that? Yep, there is supposed to be a line there on his shoulder. And glue his little beardy head in. Yeah, actually, he's really cool. Okay, I like him. What's he on? Was he on a 28mm? He is on a 28mm base. Okay, maybe I won't proxy in the resin one. Because he's quite regal looking. What's this little whisper duty on? He's on a 25. So I just push fit him. Ah, bollocks, no I can't now, I'll just put glue on it. It'll never fit together. That's my 11 o'clock alarm. So there's no way in hell it's sold out. Let's have a look. We'll check. We're on the 1 hour mark as far as pre-orders go. That's Whisper. I think it's his little familiar anyway. Is it still there? Is it still available? Let's have a look. All pre-orders. It still shows there. Could still add to cart. So an hour in, and it's still available. Right. Let's just really quickly. It's really funny actually because I noticed it in the instructions. I was like, oh yeah, let's make sure they don't forget to stick that little shield and dagger on the bum of the paladin guy. It was the first guy I built. Because there was like literally a little box in red with a reminder like, don't forget this. And I did. Just for his little sword and shield on his bum. Right, okay. All heroes in the box have been done. Oh, does that mean that the wizard's not part of the starter lineup? Oh, maybe it does, because he was like the last one up in the list to build. So I'm gonna go off for a bit. I've got to have a look through and check to see pre-orders and stuff like that, and go to the loo and find some bits and pieces. But that's now the 7 heroes and all of the enemy heroes, enemy champs. I don't know what you call them. Enemies, except for the Pestigors and the cultists. So that's what I'm going to do next. Pestigors and cultists and whatever how they were called, kelpies, something like that. So I'll be back in about, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I will catch you all then.